Hello friends, this section is theory section. If you already know what is Markdown and what is GraphQL, then you can skip this section. So I will start with Markdown. So what is Markdown? So here it is, what is Markdown? So I'll just read these three lines, okay? This will make you understand what is Markdown. Then I'll show you the cheat sheet, okay? So let me read this out. So Markdown is a plain text formatting syntax aimed at making writing for the internet easier. The philosophy behind Markdown is that plain text document should be readable without tags mussing everything up. But there should still be way to add text modifier like list, bold, italic, etc. It is an alternative to WYSIWYG. What do you see is what you get editor, which use rich text that later gets converted to proper HTML. So this editor, if you use WordPress, you will find this kind of an editor, okay? But if you use Markdown, and let's say if you want to make a word bold, so what you have to do is you have to add asterisk before and after this word, so it will become bold. Okay. So I have a Markdown cheat sheet. Here is the table of content. If I click on header, let's say if you want an h1 tag, you just need to add a hash. Okay. If you want an h2 tag, you just need to add two hash. Okay. Then let's check what is emphasize. Emphasize, as I told you, if you want to make something bold, you just need to add asterisk before and after this word, or you can just add underline before and after this word. And okay, this is for italic, okay, and this is for bold, two asterisk, two asterisk, two underlines, two underlines, and you can just combine with asterisk and underline underscore, and you can use this for strikeout. Okay, then here are the example. You can just check it out. Then you have the list, order list, unordered list. You can just go through this. Then you have links, okay? Then you have images. So if you want to use inline image, you just need to add exclamation, square bracket. Here there will be an alt text, and before after that there will be the URL of the image. Okay. So here are the examples, and then you can even have a table. Okay. So you can just go through this cheat sheet. Okay, so let me show you something. Let's say if I go to my Visual Studio Code editor and let me create a new page, okay, that I'll delete afterwards. Let's say if you want an h1 tag, you just need to add hash. This will be h1 tag. Okay, so this will convert it into something like this. In HTML it will get converted like this will be h1 tag. When you inspect and see that, you will see, sorry, this is h1. Okay, something like this. So let's say if you want h2 tag, then you need to add two hashtag, and then this will be h2 tag. So this will convert something like this, h2. This will be h2 tag. Okay, and here there will be closing. So something like this. And if you want something in paragraph, then let's say you just need to type, and this two will be the paragraphs. This will convert both the things into paragraph. Okay, both this text will be converted something like this. In Markdown file, you just need to write in this way, and in HTML, it will be converted something like this. Okay, so this is the beauty of Markdown. So I hope you understand what is Markdown and how to use it. So this is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me delete this. Thank you and bye-bye. Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, I will create a Markdown file required for our project. So inside content folder, okay, right now it is empty. So inside this folder, I'll create a new file and I'll name it as about.md. Okay, MD stands for Markdown. So Markdown files has an extension of MD. So first we will create front matter. What is front matter? Okay, so let me go to the browser. So here, as you can see, front matter for metadata in Markdown files. So when you create a Markdown file, you can include a set of key value pair that can be used to provide additional data relevant to specific pages in GraphQL data layer. This data is called front matter and is denoted by the triple dash at the start, okay, and at the end of the block. So we need to give triple dash at the top and at the end of the block. This block will be praised by Gatsby transformer remark as a front matter. So this is the plugin which we have installed. So it will be praised by this plugin as a front matter. The GraphQL API will provide the key value pair as data in your React component. Okay. So we need to create something like this. Okay. This is an additional information for the page. So like slug, date, title, we can give author, image. Okay. So let's go to Visual Studio Code, and here I'll give triple dash. Okay. And triple dash here, and inside I will write the front matter. First one is type, okay, colon. So now the color has changed to blue, okay. So one thing you need to keep in mind is that after the colon you need to give space. If you don't give space, and if you write let's say the type is page, so you can see the entire thing is in orange. So you need to give a space, so you will not get an error, okay. So first one is type, and then we have date. So date format is important. So first we need to go with the year. So year is 2020. Okay, then hyphen, and then the month. So month is 12, and then hyphen and the date. Okay. So in my case, today is 27th. So 27th. Okay. Now third one is images. Image. Okay. So you can give images or image whatever you want. You can even give img. Okay. So this can be anything whatever you want to give. Okay. But this is important. So please keep that in mind. So you can give whatever name you want. If you want to keep it image, you can keep it image img. Okay. So I'll keep it image. Then for image, I will give dot slash images slash, and this image we need to create. So about hyphen image, okay, dot jpg. Right now there is no image about hyphen image dot jpg in my images folder, so that I'll create. Okay. Now slug will be page, or maybe you can keep about slug. For slug you can keep it manually, or you can create dynamically. So in our course we will create dynamically, but still I will keep it as it is. But in my upcoming lectures I will show you how to create slug dynamically. Okay. Then we have title, which can be about us page. Okay. So let's save this, and now we have the content for Markdown. So let's go to the browser, and I need a dummy content. So I'll just type lorem ipsum. So this is a dummy content. We can use it for the website. So let's copy this, and here I'll paste it. So this will consider as a paragraph. Okay. Then I want uh, h3 tags. So 3 hashes, and then I'll write this is an h3 header. Okay. Then again I need some paragraph. So let me copy this. I'll paste it. Okay. So our Markdown file is ready for about us page. Okay, about us page. So this is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello friends, in this video we will see what is GraphQL. So GraphQL is a query language, and a lot of people talk about it, and some says it will replace REST API. But REST API are widely used all over the world for different projects, and it's not going anywhere soon. So I will not tell you to only learn GraphQL, because in the real world you are most likely to work with REST API depending on what project you are working. But GraphQL is great, and it will be popular in the future time. And Gatsby uses GraphQL internally to query for data. So we will use GraphQL when we want to get some data, for example, from our Markdown files. So here is some intro text about GraphQL. If you want, you can read it. If I scroll down, here it looks a lot like JSON object. You need to specify your data, and you get back the data So this is GraphQL query here, and you get it back as a JSON, and it has exact same structure, and it is very easy to work with data in your application. So this is all about GraphQL. We will use GraphQL a lot in this course. So this is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we will see what are different type of queries to render our data. In order to render our data, we have three options. We have static query, we have page query, and we have use static query hook. So in this course, I will not teach you static query component because this is an old way of rendering the data. I will show you page query and use static query hook. Use static query hook is added by Gatsby team when the React hook came out. And the only difference between page query and use static query hook is that in page query, we can use variables. Okay, so we can have dynamic variable, but in use static query, you cannot have dynamic variable as the name suggests static query. Okay, so this is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello friends, in this video we will see the GraphQL editor. So when you start your development environment in Gatsby, you also get the GraphQL editor to use. So this is the URL where you can find the GraphQL editor. So let's copy this URL and let's go to the browser, and here I'll paste it. Okay, so this is the GraphQL editor. So this is how it looks. Okay, so how does it works? So in the left here you have the explorer. You can have data of all the queries that you can use on your Gatsby site, and also you have some documentation. Okay, so you can also see the queries that you have here. This is everything you can query on your site, and this editor is used very widely in GraphQL field. So let's close this. Right now it is not required for us. So this explorer is very easy to use. For example, if we want to query our markdown data, so we can go inside all markdown data remark, all markdown remark. Okay, and inside this we get data back in something called edges. Okay, and then we have node. So let's click on node, and then we can select what data we want to query for. In this case, I want to query for HTML and ID. Okay, and this is for all markdown files. As you can see, it builds the query automatically, and this is what GraphQL query looks like. It is very similar to JSON object. So, and it will follow the same structure as the data you get back in your JSON object. Now let's press the play button. So as you can see here, we get the data back that's in our markdown file. Okay, so this is very neat way to query your data. You can test your GraphQL queries before you use them in your code. So this is all about GraphQL editor. We will use it more in our course. So this is it, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello friends, welcome back. So before we start coding, let's talk about style component. So this is the official website. The URL is style-components.com. So style component is a library that uses CSS in JavaScript. Okay, so it helps us to use CSS in JavaScript. It helps to create a component just like we create a component in React. Okay, but this component will have their own style, and we can use it in our JSX. Okay, so it will make your code look clean, and it is really neat to use it in the combination with JSX. So they have some example here. In this case, they have created a button. Okay, a button component, and then we called the style function, and then we import the style that has a property. In this case, it is the a tag, and then we have the template literals. Okay, so these are the template literals. It starts here and it ends here, and inside this we can use our regular CSS. We can write our regular CSS. And one more important thing that you have in style component, that you can have props for them. Okay, so it it is really easy to change stuff with different condition depending upon the props that we send into our component, and that we will do in our course. So as you can see, they have created a component. Okay, a button component, and if you scroll down, they have used this button component in the JSX. Okay, just like a regular component. And here it is href. It is a tag, but instead of a tag they have replaced it with a button component, so it will act as a tag only. but all the styles which we have given here will be applied on this button, okay, on this a tag, or you can call it as a button. This was a brief intro or a little bit of intro of style component. This we will be using more in our course, and this is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video.